The following podcast is a part of RadioMisfits.com. And now it's time for the Mr. Nailsin Show. Well, our next bit of rumors for the MCU that at this point may or may not come to fruition. It's fine. It's just a bunch of haters, stretching out a few little stumbles here and there. And that's all. It's all going to be fine. Well, that's not how Iger sounds. Yeah, that's, you got to read between the lines, and it's above your pay grade. Well, anyway, so the next up rumors will be for the Marvels. Oh, this is definitely coming. Oh, yeah. I mean, they've shot it, then reshot it, and reshot it again. Oh, stop it. Reshoots are a natural process of all films. Yeah, pretty much all of them, except apparently Last Jedi for some reason. The one film that needed to be completely reshot. The Last Jedi is genius. What's the matter? Let's just get on with Marvels. Now, the Marvels, originally Captain Marvel 2. Yeah, that's interesting. I wonder why they didn't just say Captain Marvel 2, The Marvels, or something like that. Yeah, I know. And apparently Brie Larson was wondering that and had a meltdown on the set and caused all kind of trouble, got in a fight with, what's her name? Teyana, the woman playing Monica Rambeau. Oh, love her. But this is ridiculous. This is just more Brie haters. And despite the simple fact that no matter what opinions she may have outside of her performance, lots of actors have all kind of opinions you may not care for because, you're a white supremacist misogynist. And, but when a woman does it, oh my God, it's the end of the world. Yeah. I don't really hold Brie Larson completely responsible for the dislike of Captain Marvel. You don't? No, not really. In fact, the Captain Marvel movie, it starts off kind of interesting. Yeah, that's right. There's a lot of mystery and intrigue. Yeah, kind of. And then it just fell apart at the end where she becomes God and that sort of. Oh, stop it. I mean, it's okay for Superman to be powerful, but not Captain Marvel. Not even Superman is that. I mean, she basically just said boo to an entire fleet and they ran away with her tail between their legs. No, it was brilliant. Well, it was bright. Her powers do glow very brightly. The whole thing, it made $1 billion. Shut up and get over it. Well, it was sandwiched between Infinity War and Endgame. So was the Ant-Man film, which, was nice, but it was no Captain Marvel. And people just chose it because it was so damn good. No. Infinity War did not end with the Ant-Man signal. It ended with the Captain Marvel signal, insinuating that you had to see this movie if you wanted to be all caught up and ready for Endgame, which was a lie. What? She was in it. Yeah, sandwiched in, shoehorned in, and that was about it. They didn't do the due diligence for the character to weave her in the manner they did with Black Panther. Which they did a much better job with Black Panther, but not for Carol Danvers. And now to make amends for the fact that they forgot that the actual first female Captain Marvel was a black woman in the 80s, they wish, look, Monica Rambeau was in the movie as a child. As a child, somewhere within the writing process, they were like showing off they're going to have this super duper pooper scooper female superhero to compete with Wonder Woman over at DC, because they just hadn't done a female led film yet, even though they had Black Widow. Black Widow is just cheesecake eye candy for sexist males who just can't keep it in their pants. And so they hadn't had a female-led movie yet, so they just slapped in Captain Marvel, figuring, hey, do we have a Wonder Woman type? Well, Captain Marvel, there you go, because the comics had been trying to make her a thing, even though her original name was Ms. Marvel. That's the Muslim girl. She's Muslim and brown. Did you know that? Yeah. And who doesn't get her own name either. She just takes one from another character. The other character takes one from a man, and all this type of crap. And it's just a mess, really. When Monica Rambeau, well, why is she taking the name of a man? Well, she did, who had died. Well, then there you go. Who's not been weaved into the story, so it's still a mess, you know. But that's the situation they did, and it didn't catch on. So now Monica Rambeau, as an adult, is introduced in the WandaVision and starts off pretty good, and then at the end collapse into ruin. I actually like the actress. I think she's a better actress than Brie Larson. Oh, come on. That's just... You're all mad at Brie Larson for not having a pretty booty. That's how sexist you were. Well, they dressed her in a garbage bag costume that was meant to be worn by a man. And Brie Larson is actually not... She's not ugly. She's probably totally unlikable. Oh, come on. That's enough of this. But... you know, she has a point. This should have been Captain Marvel too. Look, they promoted her, they put her out there, they put her in this, and then they're kind of humiliating her this way. And so I don't really. And now she had meltdowns and lashed out at the other cast members, and that kind of, that's on her. But that's just rumors, and you weren't there, and no one knows. Well, exactly. So whatever. A lot of the failures of Captain Marvel. At least the cinematic version of, is more on producers, writers, directors, Kevin Feige, and all of that than it is on Brie Larson, despite stupid crap she says, because, yes, actors say stupid things all the time. But is what it is, and I can understand her being upset and all, but, well, what are you going to do? I'm going to go see the movie and love it, love it, love it. Well, so what's the movie about? Well, Carol Danvers finds out that Kree Commander Dar-Benn has created a machine powered by one of the Negabands. The what? Negabands. To steal natural resources from other planets in order to rebuild hers. So Dar-Benn is a woman? I guess so, yeah. So once again, the Kree are the villains. Not the Skrulls. Well, the Skrulls are a great metaphor for refugee status of people of color. In this case, the color being green, except when they shapeshift. Anyway, the machine disrupts the powers of Carol, Monica Rambeau, and Kamala Khan. Oh, that's right, the Miss Marvel girl from the Miss Marvel show. Yes, that only you and I watched. Well, it's just because people are unwilling to accept different identities and stuff. Yeah, because he showcased that kind of thing rather than giving the show a chance to stand on its own. And the poor show never had a shot, even though in comparison overall, it's probably the best one of the MCU D+ shows. As amazing as that sounds, because the Ms. Marvel character, the Kamala Khan version, was just an identity politics move on the part of Sana Amanat taking over Marvel and all that. And that's all it ever was. But the TV show, oddly enough, usually the comic book is better than its television or movie version. In this case, the opposite was true. But it just had all the trappings thanks to the woke left. People just assumed it would be this horrible woke thing, and they didn't want to watch it. But it wasn't. It was actually a nice little show. But that's too bad. Those are the breaks, and this is sort of the irradiated landscape that wokedom leaves behind in its wake. And so shows that might have a liberal bent or something to it won't get a chance because people just assume it's another woke cult sermon. That's just what happened. So Dar-Benn steals Kamala's bangle. Bangle? I thought we were talking about a Negaband. Well, I think that's what it is. Why did they call it the Negaband? Because they didn't know what it was. So they just said, it's a bangle. Well, whatever. So Kamala's bangle, which is the other Negaband. Oh, should have read the next phrase here. Yeah, making her machine more powerful because now she has two. Yep, two is more than one. Yeah, I know that. The Marvels join forces to learn how to synchronize their powers and visit Plana Aladna, I guess, to alert Prince Yan, whom Carol accidentally married during a previous visit. What? What did they do? Get drunk and go to Vegas and woke up married? Probably something like that. So, but wait a minute. This means they're not going to get her together with Valkyrie? I was hoping because I so ship them in my Tumblr art. Yeah, I don't know. If she's still around, maybe they'll get them together. Because remember, this is an accident. She didn't particularly want to marry Prince Yan, but did. Oh, well, that's kind of terrible. Not as bad as what they did to her in the comics. What do you mean? Well, she got kidnapped and mind controlled by some pan-dimensional being who was obsessed with her. What? Yeah. Yeah, Carol Danvers' story got really weird and bad. But I don't suspect they'll do anything with that. But anyway, so, but wait a minute. How can their powers synchronize? What is that? Well, that's a good question, Lefty. I think there were telltale signs in the Kamala Khan Ms. Marvel series that indicated that there is a Kree connection to the bangle and the negabands and all that sort of stuff. There was a scene where her grandma found the thing originally, and it was on this mummified hand. Ew, that was blue. Blue. Well, because it was like it was really dead. No, I think because some of the Kree people are blue. Oh, that's right. Oh, my God. That good eye. Yeah, sometimes. And so there is a connection there with Kamala and Carol. What are the odds, considering, Carol's her favorite superhero and all that? But as far as Monica, I don't know. That was this sort of weird accident that happened to her in WandaVision. Unless, of course, her being exposed to Carol. Exposed to her? Like what? You're going to say Carol Danvers is a virus or radioactive or something? Yeah, something. That conditioned her to be the only one who would be so changed by Wanda's, force field or whatever the hell that was. Can't even really remember and don't want to. It was a great, brilliant series. It was. It wasn't. It had opportunity and potential, but they sabotaged it because they didn't want Doctor Strange in there because he was a white man. Oh, stop it. No, that's what Kevin Feige said. Just stop it. Anyway, the Aladnians, the who? This planet they're going to be on. Oh, right. Communicate through song and dance. Oh, that's like Star Trek The Next Generation. That was those people who you had to tell stories. That's the only way they could communicate. Yeah, so they kind of stole that, except this time it'll be song. And Carol has to sing to warn them about Dar-Benn. It's cringe and will probably be reshot. Oh, let's hope not. Because, Brie Larson started out as a singer, and this is a way to take advantage of her other skill and talent. They better not reshoot that. Well, it depends on how it tested, and it might not have tested well. Although some claims the whatever cut they saw, it apparently has some improvement. I don't know. Who do you believe, You believe your heart and trust and faith in the MCU. Okay. So anyway, that's the deal. Obviously done for laughs and silliness. Yeah, it's kind of funny that the fate of the galaxy depends on someone singing and dancing. Although I hope they don't, sexualize her and all that sort of thing. Making her shake her booty or something like that. That would just be horrible. Yeah, that would be terrible. Anyway, the Marvels save Aladna. Oh my God, see, it works out. I guess she sang really well. Dar-Benn then targets Earth for being Carol's homeworld. That's it? Just because that's where she comes from? Yeah, well, she's mad. Okay. But the Marvels managed to repel her with help from Nick Fury and Sword. Sword? Yeah, Shield's gone, but they replaced it with Sword. What's the letters of Sword stand for? I forget, and I'm too lazy to look it up. That's so typical. You're not dedicated to the MCU cause. Well, they're not dedicated to me. Anyway, the Marvels chase Dar-Benn back to Hala. What? That's like, that's that world where Thor's dead people go. No. That's Valhalla. This is the home world of the Kree. Oh, right, that. And they have a final battle, during which the machine, the what? I guess this is the Negaband thing that Dar-Benn's working on. Oh, right. The machine becomes unstable and accidentally creates an incursion. And a what? I don't know. Something. Anyway, Monica manages to seal it. Seal what? The incursion. Oh. But becomes stranded in another universe. Oh my God! Oh, so wait a minute. Hold on a damn minute. The black woman gets stranded and booted out into another universe. Segregation much? Well, that's the deal. It could be that Carol does it instead. Oh, well, this is a tough choice, but yeah, I guess you're right. It should be Carol because, the intersectionality, and oh boy, this is tough. Yeah, well, anyway, Carol decides to return to Earth to help Fury search for her, for Monica and keep training Kamala. So, perhaps she'll show up in Kamala's season 2 of Ms. Marvel. Oh, yeah, that'd be great. Except that's probably not going to happen. Nobody watched it. It's unfair, but it's the truth. And Disney is bleeding money all over the place. And thanks to the comments from Iger, some of these projects may never come to fruition. This one will because it's done and it's on its way. But a lot of other things, yeah, I don't know. And I don't know how much of the reshoots have changed these plot points here, but it sounds like something they would do, and I never really expected much great from it because it's not done the way the other successful movies were. They didn't really weave them in enough together to form this overall narrative. What are you talking about? Monica was in WandaVision and Kamala was in her own show. And, of course, Captain Marvel had one movie. Well, but she was in what do you call it, Endgame. And she's made some cameos. What, Shang-Chi? She made a cameo there? Yeah, that's really not enough. They didn't really develop the narrative. So there's no excitement for this. They might know Brie Larson as Captain Marvel, the character they didn't care for who got in the way of Endgame. But the overall audience doesn't know who Monica is, and they don't know who Kamala is. Not really. So, and after Ant-Man pooping the bed, well, someone leaked the script. Didn't know about that till after the movie bombed. They're trying to make that as the excuse for it. No. So, I think it's done. I mean, sure, it could be salvaged, I guess. But there's a long way before Spider-Man comes back. That might kick into it. And the Guardians, people love that. Yeah, but it's like one movie. Well, people are hyped for Deadpool. Yeah, I know. Okay, you got 3 movies here that are spread apart pretty far. So Guardians is on the way. But it'll just be the aberration. And I don't think it'll do as good as Spider-Man did. Spider-Man was their one massive hit. Oh, it was huge. Yeah, but that was it. Everything else, just one turd after another. And after Doctor Strange and Thor, man, they were in no position to just poop that out the way they did. Oh, stop it. That's nasty. Yeah, it was. Yeah. The sad thing about it, Doctor Strange could have been the new character they built around the way they did Tony Stark. But they just didn't. Well, you got to understand. I know, a white male. Exactly. And that's problematic. I mean, I love Cumberbatch, but it's, that is problematic. Well, there you go. Good luck for the Marvels. They will need all of it. It will be amazing. You could take that to the bank. Whichever one is still existing by the time the movie comes out. Oh, stop it. Stop it. You're listening to the Mr. Nailsin Show here on RadioMisfits.com. Hey, you want some more Nailsin stuff? Well, who doesn't? Well, sometimes I know. No one cares what you think, Lefty. That's not true. Anyway, if you want some more Nailsin stuff, you head over to the Nailsin ratings. That's ratings. Ratings. I know how to say it. You head over to the NailsinRatings.locals.com. There's all kind of extra goodies and Nailsin stuff there. That's right, Red. There's all kind of artwork and all kind of audio stories that he posts there and stuff. And then links to his YouTube videos and those other nasty video platforms like Brightwing, places like Rumble, which you should never watch. You can just get it at YouTube, so don't even bother with that. You can do whatever you want. Oh, yeah, they need direction. No, they don't. They'll decide for themselves. Shut up, Red, damn it.
But there's also, like his artwork and stuff. And then there's this poor man Mystery Science Theater treatment of old public domain movies of the sci-fi and horror genre. You can check that out.
Yeah, but you gotta be a super supporter then and subscribe. And you do that and you help out old Mr. Nailsin to bring you more stuff of his Nailsin, stuff.
Well, yeah, that's okay. That's good enough, I guess.
You damn right. So head over to nailsinratings.locals.com.
Well, you almost lost it there.
Shut up, Lefty.
So anyway, there you go, folks. Head over to nailsinratings.locals.com and get yourself some more Nailsin goodies.
Smellog's Poop, the super delicious laxative, presents The Adventures of Sun King. Faster than the speed of light, more powerful than an atomic bomb, able to leap the moon in a single bound.
Look! Up in the sky! It's a comet!
It's a UFO!
No! It's Sun King!
Yes, Sun King. And who, disguised as mild-mannered tabloid reporter Mark Milktit, fights a never-ending battle for truth and justice. Previously, Layla Lot seemingly stunned her colleagues, Mark Milktit, who is in reality Sun King, and photographer Bubba Bubble Suds, who is in reality the flea fastest bug man alive, with the stunning news that she was about to post the secret identity of Night Night. Desperate to prevent this disaster, Mark Milktit, who is in reality Sun King, flew off to warn Night Night of this impending disaster, leaving Bubble Suds, who is in reality the flea, the fastest bug man alive, behind to come up with some means of delaying Layla's ability to transmit the story. Little do either Mark or Bubba know, but Layla Lot is not Layla Lot, but is in reality Maiden Mud in disguise, while the real Layla Lot remains bound and gagged back at Maiden Mud's secret hideout. Meanwhile, across town, we find ourselves at a dingy, nasty, hole-in-the-wall dump of a bar known as the Splatter Scatter Lounge, also known as a notorious hotspot for many of the gangster persuasion. Hey, come on, you guys, crowd me.
Because you don't know when to shut your yap, Flinchy.
Come on, I didn't say nothing.
That's not true.
What?
He was talking big about being in the Maiden Mud game.
That's what I thought. Couldn't help yourself with your bragging.
Well, who could? Is it a sin to be proud of being a member of an infamous secret gang?
What's the point of a secret gang if you're gonna blab about it, you dummy?
Oh, well, all right. Look, there's gotta be a way I can make it up to everybody.
Well, you're in luck, because the boss lady Maiden Mud has got one job for you to do.
Great. I'm ready to roll up my sleeves and get down to work. What does she want me to do?
She wants you to lay down and die.
What? Oh, no. Come on. No.
Don't worry. We're going to help you out with that. With a little lead poisoning.
Suddenly, the whole scene is interrupted by the night cruiser smashing through the wall and running over the gangster's intended victim, Flinchy Smith.
Holy shit.
That's Night-Night's car. He ran over Flinchy.
No false moves or you're going to get it from the Night-Night.
And Boobo!
We're looking for a Flinchy Smith. Word is it that he's been spilling the beans on the secret hideout of Maiden Mud, and we're here to collect our serving of beans.
Yeah, so whip out the port.
What?
Yeah, because pork and beans.
No, shut up, Boobo. I'll do the thinking here. Anyway, where's Flinchy? You just ran over him. What?
Huh? Oh, man. He don't look so good.
Damn it.
Yeah, you did our job for us.
God damn it, shut your yap. You're worse than Flinchy. Oh,
Worse
damn
than
it.
Flinchy? Yeah, we didn't run over him. He ain't nowhere near as worse off as Flinchy.
No, wait a minute, Boo-Boo. Don't you understand? It's obvious these two were about to wipe him out when we ran him over. Turns out they must be members of the Maiden Mud gang.
Oh, damn. So that means we ran over Flinchy for nothing.
What? Don't take another step forward, Night-Night, or you're gonna get... Oh, damn it, I must have dropped my gun in the crash! Where'd it go?
Don't bother looking for it. Fortunately, I haven't lost my gun, and I have you squarely in its sights.
Don't take a gun to me. It's some kind of stupid tool.
He sounds funny.
I don't care what kind of gun it is. I ain't talking. So go ahead and shoot. That'll just assure you'll never get a peep out of me.
Oh, my gun is not meant to kill you. It's merely meant to loosen your tongue with a little shock therapy.
Wait, what? No, don't.
Look at him jiggle.
And so, after several minutes of electroshock torture, the gangsters give up the address to Maiden Mud's secret hideout. But before our masked marvels can race to the scene, they're interrupted by...
It's Sun King.
Oh, that's right, Boo-Boo. The hell? Sun King, what are you doing here?
I got here as fast as I could, Night-Night, as Layla Lot came into the offices of Capes Confidential, intent on publishing your secret identity.
What?
I know, it's very serious. I don't know exactly how she was able to find out. She's very protective of her sources, and
See about that.
what's going on here? It looks like there's 2 men on the floor suffering from electrical burns, and a third man appears to be severely crippled with bones sticking out of his limbs.
That doesn't matter right now, Sun King. Every superhero's top priority must be his secret identity. Besides, those assholes pretty much had it coming.
Well, the good news is Miss Lot's only going to publish Night-Night's secret identity. Mine remains safe.
Well, that's not exactly true, Boo-Boo. You see, if Night-Night's name is revealed...
Sun King, don't bother. I'll explain it to him in the car. Right now, we've got to get to Capes Confidential as fast as possible. To the night cruiser, Boo-Boo.
Oh, boy.
But will Night-Night, Boo-Boo, and Sun King arrive in time to stop Layla Lot, who, unbeknownst to them, is in reality Maiden Mud, from publishing Night-Night's secret identity to the world? Find out the next exciting episode of The Adventures of Sun King! The Adventures of Sun King is a Nailsin production. All characters and stories are written and performed by me, Douglas Nelson, with music by Kevin MacLeod and other public domain sources. This is a Nailsin News Bulletin. Threesome goes bad and ends in cuffs. Hello, I'm Mr. Nailsin. Amid recriminations about a little dick and a stank pussy, a sexual threesome dissolved into a violent encounter that resulted in 2 of the participants, a woman and a man, in handcuffs. According to arrest reports, the threesome occurred at a residence in Marathon in the Florida Keys. The home's occupant, Stephen Lopez, 31, and Angela Vasquez, 20, told police they were in an open relationship and had invited Della Draper, 29, over to have sexual intercourse. Lopez said that he met Draper while driving for a Marathon taxi service and gave her his Facebook information. Lopez and Vasquez told cops that while the trio was having sex, Draper became extremely disrespectful, prompting the couple to request that she leave the residence. According to Draper, she became upset when Lopez and Vasquez tried to dominate her sexually inside the house. Draper told police that she told Stephen he had a little dick and his wife had a stank pussy. Well, a physical confrontation ensued, with Draper alleging that she was punched, had her hair pulled, not in a good way, and was thrown outside. As she drove away from the home, Draper added a cinder block was thrown through the rear window of her Nissan Altima. Lopez and Vasquez said that when Draper, seated on a couch, refused to leave their home, they forcefully removed Draper by picking her up and placing her down outside the front door of the residence. Draper then got in her car, the couple alleged, and drove the vehicle backwards towards the home's front door where Lopez and Vasquez were standing. After the auto struck Vasquez's left leg, Lopez said, he threw the cinder block at the Nissan. Draper then exited the car, Vasquez told police, and swung a closed fist at her, but missed. Vasquez added that she responded by punching Draper in the face. Police charged Lopez with a felony for throwing the cinder block, while Vasquez was hit with a misdemeanor battery account for allegedly striking Draper. While Lopez bonded out of jail, Vasquez remains in custody and may be facing additional criminal charges since she told police that she is currently on probation and was not allowed to leave the state of Connecticut. Draper, a mother of two who works as a housekeeper, was not charged in connection with the threesome. But Draper was arrested for felony aggravated battery for allegedly striking another sexual partner in his face with a glass vase partially filled with gravel and rocks. The alleged attack came after what a witness described as a threesome in Draper's Grassy Key residence. The 31-year-old male victim, identified by cops as the father of Draper's children, suffered superficial laceration, swelling, and redness to the left side of his face and the interior of his upper lip. At the time of her arrest, Draper was free on bond in connection with her bust last year for battery on a law enforcement officer, possession of drug paraphernalia, tampering with evidence, and resisting arrest. As detailed in a July 2022 arrest report, Draper was a passenger in an SUV that was spotted swerving on a marathon roadway. After the vehicle, which was being driven by a 39-year-old female friend of Draper's, was pulled over, Draper allegedly tried to dispose of an open bottle of tequila. She also reportedly scuffled with cops, who reported finding drug paraphernalia beneath Draper's seat. While Draper and her friend, who was arrested on a DUI count, were being driven to the Key West jail, they began engaging in romantic acts in the rear of a police cruiser, according to court records. Cops reported that Draper, whose hands were cuffed in front of her, was fondling and kissing her friend. An officer then stopped the car and handcuffed Draper with her hands behind her back. Draper reportedly responded by pulling the rear of her bathing suit to the side and asking the officer, "Do you want to see my asshole?" One can imagine the officer's response could have been, "I'm already looking at one."
This has been a Nailsin News Bulletin. The views and opinions expressed during the Mr. Nailsin Show do not necessarily reflect those held by RadioMisfits.com. So, any complaints and or comments should be sent to @Mr. Nailsin on Twitter, where they will be promptly ignored and or blocked.
Good luck for the Marvels. They will need all of it.
It will be amazing. You could take that to the bank.
Whichever one is still existing by the time the movie comes out.
Oh, stop it. Stop